The government and nonprofits offer over 100 services that are completely free. Free legal help, free tax prep, free food, free job training, free money just sitting there waiting to be claimed. Most Americans use maybe 2 or 3 of them. This is 101 of them, and by the end, you are going to be genuinely mad that nobody told you sooner. 1. Every year, millions of Americans hand over hundreds of dollars to get their taxes done. Meanwhile, the IRS runs a program called VITA, where trained volunteers prepare and file your taxes for free. If you make under $69,000 a year, you qualify. That is roughly half the country paying for something the government already offers at no charge. Beautiful? 2. Right now, state governments across America are sitting on over $70 billion in unclaimed money. Old paychecks, forgotten refunds, security deposits, insurance payouts, just sitting there. 1 in 10 Americans has cash waiting for them. You literally type your name into missingmoney.com, and it searches every state at once. It takes 30 seconds and costs nothing. Go check. Seriously, pause this video and go check. 3. There are hospitals in this country that are legally required to treat you for free, not out of the goodness of their hearts, by law. Back in the 1940s, the federal government funded hospital construction through something called the Hill-Burton Act. The deal was simple. We build it, you treat low-income patients for free. About 130 of those facilities are still bound by that deal today. 4. If your kid is in 4th grade, you can get your entire family into every national park in America for free. All 2,000 plus federal lands and waters. The pass covers up to 3 adults and every kid under 16 in your group. It is called Every Kid Outdoors. 1 school year of free access to the most stunning places on the planet, and somehow most parents never hear about it. 5. You know those priority mailboxes at the post office? They are free. The envelopes, the padded mailers, the flat-rate boxes, all of them. USPS will ship them directly to your door at no cost. You just go to their website, order what you need, and they show up. You only pay postage when you actually send something. People have been buying shipping boxes from Amazon like amateurs. 6. The government set up a 3-digit number that works like 911, except for everything else in your life. Dial 211, food assistance, housing help, mental health resources, utility bills, childcare, job training. Real humans answer 24 hours a day, every day. It is run by United Way, it is free, and last year alone they made over 45,000 referrals a day. 7. Your public library card unlocks way more than dusty bookshelves. Most libraries now give you free access to Libby and Hoopla for streaming audiobooks, movies, music, and magazines. Some lend out Wi-Fi hotspots, laptops, power tools, even fishing rods. You already paid for all of this with your taxes. Not using it is like buying a gym membership and never showing up. 8. The Smithsonian runs 21 museums and a zoo. Every single one is free, no ticket, no reservation for most of them. You walk into the National Air and Space Museum, stand 3 feet from the actual Wright brothers plane, and walk out without paying a cent. Over 155 million artifacts and specimens, 0 admission. It is the biggest flex the federal government has. 9. There is a nonprofit called SCORE, backed by the Small Business Administration, that pairs you with a retired business executive who mentors you one-on-one. For free. Not a webinar, not some AI chatbot giving you generic advice. An actual human who has built and run real companies, sitting across from you, helping you figure it out. Over 17 million entrepreneurs have used it since 1964. 10. The Weatherization Assistance Program will send people to your house to upgrade your insulation, seal your windows, fix your heating system, and make your home more energy efficient. The whole thing is free if you qualify. The average household saves hundreds on energy bills every year after that. The government literally pays to make your house better, and most people have no idea. 11. Somewhere between 46 and 80% of car seats in America are installed wrong. That is not a scare tactic. That is from NHTSA. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Local fire stations and police departments will inspect and reinstall your car seat for free. Certified technicians. No appointment needed at most locations. Your kid's safety checked in 10 minutes. $0. 12. Over $4 billion in Pell Grants went unclaimed last year alone. Not loans, grants. Money you never have to pay back. The only thing students need to do is fill out the FAFSA, which is also free. But hundreds of thousands of eligible seniors just skip it every year because they assume they will not qualify or think the form is a loan application. Free money, collecting dust. 13. The FTC runs the Do Not Call registry. You add your number, telemarketers are legally required to stop calling you within 31 days. Takes about 30 seconds to sign up, costs nothing, and the registration never expires. Over 222 million numbers are already on the list, which means millions more still are not. It will not stop scammers, but it nukes the legal robocalls. 14. Federally qualified health centers are everywhere. Over 17,000 locations across all 50 states. They charge you based on what you can afford on a sliding scale. If your income is low enough, the visit is free. Medical, dental, mental health, prescriptions. You do not need insurance, you do not need citizenship, you just walk in. And somehow most people have never heard of them. 15. Medicare covers a ridiculous number of preventive services with no copay and no deductible. Annual wellness visits, cancer screenings, flu shots, cardiovascular tests, depression screenings, diabetes checks, all at zero cost. Most seniors skip them because nobody told them they were free. Your doctor probably will not bring it up either, so now you know. 16. Dozens of states now offer universal free school meals, meaning every kid eats breakfast and lunch at school for free, regardless of family income. California, Maine, Colorado, Michigan, Minnesota, Vermont, New Mexico, and more. If you are still packing lunches or paying the cafeteria and your state is on that list, you are spending money you do not need to spend. 17. The Legal Services Corporation provides free lawyers to low-income Americans dealing with evictions, domestic violence, child custody, wage theft, and other civil cases. They have over 900 offices in every state and territory. And yet, their own data shows that low-income Americans get zero or not enough legal help for 92% of their serious civil legal problems. 92%. 18. The federal government will help pay your heating and cooling bills through a program called LEHEAP. If your energy costs are crushing you in the summer or winter, this program can cover part or all of the bill. Millions of dollars in LEHEAP funding go unclaimed every single year because people assume they will not qualify. You might be wrong about that. 19. You are legally entitled to free credit reports from all 3 major bureaus every single week through annualcreditreport.com. Not some sketchy app. The official government-backed site. Most people obsessively check their credit score on random platforms, but never actually read the full report where errors and identity theft red flags live. That is like checking the temperature but never looking outside. 20. Many local fire departments will come to your home and install smoke detectors for free. Some will even replace your batteries. You just call and ask. They would rather spend 10 minutes screwing a detector into your ceiling than spend 2 hours fighting a fire that could have been prevented. This one is so simple it is almost embarrassing how few people take advantage of it. 21. The EPA offers free or low-cost radon test kits through state and local health departments. Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer in the country. It is invisible, odorless, and could be seeping into your house right now. The test takes 5 minutes to set up. The kit is often free. And yet, the vast majority of American homes have never been tested. 22. Dial 988 and you are instantly connected to a trained crisis counselor. Free. Confidential. Available by call, text, or chat. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, and it handles millions of contacts every year through a network of over 200 local crisis centers. If you or someone you know is struggling, that 3-digit number could be the most important one you ever dial. 23. Every state has a cooperative extension service, run through universities and backed by the USDA. They provide free or dirt-cheap soil testing, gardening advice, pest identification, food preservation classes, and nutrition programs. The government basically hired a small army of agricultural experts to help you grow better tomatoes. Almost nobody takes them up on it. 24. The Lifeline program gives qualifying Americans a discount of $9.25 a month on phone or internet service. Some providers go further and offer a completely free smartphone with talk, text, and data. If you are on Medicaid, SNAP, or a similar program, you likely already qualify. You just have to apply. The phone will not apply for itself. 25. The government's own website, USA.gov, has a tool called the Benefit Finder. You punch in your age, income, and situation, and it generates a custom list of every federal and state program you might qualify for. Housing, food, healthcare, education, veterans benefits, disaster relief. One free tool, potentially thousands of dollars in help. And the wildest part? The government built it, promoted it, and most Americans have still never touched it. 26. Head Start is a federal program that provides completely free preschool to children from low-income families. Not just babysitting, actual early education, health screenings, dental checkups, meals, and even family counseling. It has served nearly 40 million children since 1965. And yet, hundreds of thousands of eligible kids are not enrolled because their parents simply do not know the program exists. 27. If someone steals your identity, the FTC runs a website called identitytheft.gov that builds you a free personalized recovery plan. Step by step, it generates pre-filled letters to send to creditors, helps you file disputes, walks you through freezing your credit, and even creates an official identity theft report you can use with the police. All free. All from the government that also lost your data in the first place. 28. WIC provides free food, nutrition counseling, and healthcare referrals to pregnant women, new mothers, and children under 5. In 2024, it served 6.7 million people. That includes about 41% of all infants born in this country. But here is the kicker. Millions of eligible families still are not enrolled. If you have a baby in a low income, this program was literally designed for you. 29. OSHA offers free confidential workplace safety inspections to small and medium-sized businesses. They send a consultant to your site, help you identify hazards, and give you advice on fixing them. No fines, no penalties, no surprise enforcement. The program prevents over 8,700 injuries per year and saves the economy nearly $1.5 billion annually. Free help that most small business owners have never heard of. 30. Freezing your credit at all 3 bureaus is completely free by federal law. Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, all free. It takes about 10 minutes online and it locks your credit file so nobody can open accounts in your name. You can unfreeze it anytime you need to. Most Americans still have not done it, which is basically leaving your front door wide open and hoping nobody walks in. 31. If you are on SNAP, your EBT card does more than buy groceries. A program called Museums for All gets you free or reduced admission to over 1,600 museums, zoos, and science centers nationwide. One card, up to 4 people per visit. Your kids can walk through a natural history museum for $1 or less. Most SNAP recipients have no idea this benefit exists. 32. Patient assistance programs run by pharmaceutical companies provide free prescription medications to people who cannot afford them. Not discounted. Free. Almost every major drug manufacturer has one. Websites like NeedyMeds and RxAssist let you search by medication name and find out if you qualify in minutes. People are skipping doses of life-saving drugs because they do not know the manufacturer will just give it to them. 33. Meals on Wheels delivers 244 million free or low-cost meals to over 2.4 million seniors every year. But it is not just food. Volunteers do wellness checks, provide social interaction for isolated elderly people, and flag safety concerns in the home. 91% of recipients say the program helps them continue living independently. For many, it is the only human contact they get all day. 34. The National Park Service designates multiple fee-free days every year where all entrance fees at every national park are waived. In 2026, there are 10 of them. Martin Luther King Jr., Day, the first day of National Park Week, Juneteenth, and more. The parks are already yours, your taxes paid for them. These are the days they literally remind you of that. 35. The USDA runs something called the Commodity Supplemental Food Program, which delivers a free box of nutritious food every month to seniors over 60 with low income. Cereal, canned meat, peanut butter, juice, cheese, pasta, beans. It is available in all 50 states, and Feeding America alone serves over 500,000 seniors through it. A monthly grocery delivery on the house. 36. Vet centers are community-based counseling facilities run by the VA that provide free mental health services to combat veterans and their families. Over 300 locations across the country. No VA enrollment required. No co-pays. No bureaucratic nightmare. Just walk in, talk to someone who gets it, and walk out. And somehow, most veterans have never even heard of them. 37. You can file a complaint with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau for free if a bank, lender, credit card company, or debt collector treats you unfairly. The CFPB forwards your complaint directly to the company, which is legally required to respond within 15 days. It is basically a free weapon against financial institutions that think they can ignore you, and it works. 38. The Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program gives eligible seniors vouchers to spend at local farmers markets on fresh fruits and vegetables. The amount varies by state, but it is free money for fresh produce. In Ohio, for example, seniors get $50 each season. It supports local farmers and feeds seniors real food instead of processed stuff. A win on both sides. 39. The Children's Health Insurance Program, known as CHIP, provides free or low-cost health coverage to kids and families that earn too much for Medicaid but cannot afford private insurance. A family of 4 making up to $80,000 a year may qualify depending on the state. Doctor visits, dental, vision, prescriptions, hospital stays. Over 4 million children in this country are still uninsured, and many of them qualify for CHIP right now. 40. Dolly Parton's Imagination Library mails a free brand new book every single month to any registered child under the age of 5. Over 267 million books gifted so far. The first one a kid receives is The Little Engine That Could. The program is available in all 50 states through local nonprofit partners. One of the greatest literacy programs in American history, started by a country singer from Tennessee. 41. HUD-approved housing counseling agencies offer free advice to anyone dealing with foreclosure, buying a home, renting, or managing housing debt. Free. Not free consultation, then we bill you. Actually free. And yet, scam companies charge thousands of dollars for the same advice these agencies give away. If you are struggling with your mortgage, call HUD before you call anyone else. 42. A nonprofit called Next Distro will mail you free naloxone, the medication that reverses opioid overdoses, directly to your home. No judgment, no cost, discreet packaging. You watch a short training video, answer a few questions, and they ship it. Whether you use drugs, know someone who does, or just want to be prepared, having naloxone on hand has saved thousands of lives across the country. 43. If you have a SNAP or EBT card, many states offer a program called Double Up Food Bucks. When you spend your SNAP dollars on fruits and vegetables at a participating farmer's market, the program matches your purchase dollar for dollar. Spend 10, get 20. It doubles your buying power for fresh produce. Free money for healthy food, and most people on SNAP walk right past it. 44. Silver Sneakers is a fitness program included at no extra cost with many Medicare Advantage plans. It gives seniors free gym memberships at over 14,000 locations across the country, plus live online classes and community events. If you are 65 or older and on Medicare Advantage, you might already have a free gym membership sitting in your benefits package. Check your plan. Seriously. 45. The IRS has a little-known division called the Taxpayer Advocate Service. If you are stuck in a tax dispute, cannot get the IRS to respond, or facing financial hardship because of a tax issue, TAIS steps in on your behalf. They are independent from the rest of the IRS, and their job is to fight for you, not the agency. Free. Available in every state. Wildly underused. 46. Angel Flight is a network of nonprofit organizations where volunteer pilots fly patients to medical treatment centers for free. No cost to the patient, no cost to the family. If you need specialized care that is hundreds of miles away and cannot afford to travel, a volunteer pilot will literally fly you there in a small plane. Over 100,000 flights completed. $0 charged. 47. The National Archives gives free public access to billions of historical records, including census data, military service records, immigration documents, and land files. If you want to trace your family history, you do not need to pay Ancestry.com a monthly fee. The federal government has been collecting records on your family for over 200 years, and they will let you search them for nothing. 48. Dress for Success is a nonprofit that provides free professional clothing to women heading into job interviews. Not thrift store leftovers. Full outfits. Shoes, accessories, even coaching. Once you land the job, they give you a week's worth of work-appropriate clothes. The goal is simple: remove the financial barrier that keeps qualified women from showing up looking like they belong in the room. 49. The Maternal Mental Health Hotline is a free, confidential service you can call or text 24 hours a day if you are pregnant or postpartum and struggling mentally. Trained counselors, including therapists, peer specialists, and even lactation consultants, are on the other end. Available in English and Spanish. The number is 1-833-TLC-MAMA. Postpartum depression affects 1 in 7 mothers, and most never ask for help. 50. Community mediation centers in hundreds of cities across America offer free or low-cost conflict resolution services. Neighbor disputes, landlord issues, family conflicts, small claims disagreements. Trained mediators sit both sides down and help you work it out without lawyers or courts. Many of these centers are government-funded and exist specifically to keep petty disputes from clogging up the legal system. 51. Every state offers at least a few days per year when you can fish on public waters without a license. No permit, no fee. Just grab a rod and go. These license-free fishing days are set by state wildlife agencies, and they exist specifically to get people outdoors. Most states have 2 to 4 of these days per year, and most Americans have no idea they exist. 52. FEMA. Disaster assistance is not just for people whose houses floated away. If a federal disaster is declared in your area, you may qualify for grants to cover temporary housing, home repairs, medical expenses, lost personal property, and more. These are grants, not loans. You do not pay them back. And every single year, millions in FEMA assistance goes unclaimed because people assume they do not qualify. 53. The USDA Meat and Poultry Hotline is a free government service where actual food safety experts answer your cooking and food handling questions by phone. Not sure if that chicken is still safe? Wondering how long leftovers last? Call them. Real human beings pick up the phone Monday through Friday and walk you through it. Your tax dollars pay for a food safety helpline, and almost nobody calls it. 54. Operation Warm is a non-profit that gives free brand new coats to children in need. Not used coats. New ones. Designed specifically for kids who might not have a warm jacket for winter. Since its founding, the organization has distributed millions of coats across the country, because no kid should have to choose between being cold and going to school. 55. Baby to Baby is a national nonprofit that provides free diapers, clothing, formula, and other essentials to over 1 million children living in poverty every year. They distribute supplies through nearly 1,000 partner organizations and government agencies in all 50 states. Diapers alone can cost families over $1,000 a year. This program takes that weight off. 56. The EPA will test your drinking water for free or at very low cost through state and local programs, especially if you are on a private well. Lead, bacteria, nitrates, all the stuff you cannot see or taste. Some states will even test for free if you have young children in the home. Clean water should not be a luxury, and in a lot of places, it is not. You just have to ask. 57. If you are a veteran or active duty military, TSA PreCheck is completely free. No application fee, no fingerprinting appointment. Your Department of Defense ID number works as your known traveler number. That means faster airport security for both personal and official travel at zero cost. Civilians pay $78 for this. If you served, you get it for free, and a lot of service members have no idea. 58. The National Weather Service is entirely taxpayer-funded and provides the most accurate weather forecasts in the country with no ads, no paywalls, and no data harvesting. Every weather app on your phone pulls data from NWS. You are paying for premium weather apps that repackage government data you already paid for. Just go to weather.gov. It is cleaner, faster, and it does not try to sell you anything. 59. Job Corps is a federal program that gives young adults aged 16 to 24 free vocational training, a place to live, 3 meals a day, basic health care, and a living allowance. No tuition, no debt. Over 120 campuses across the country. The government tried to shut it down in 2025, but a federal court stepped in and ordered the centers to stay open. It is still running, and it is still free. Look into it while it lasts. 60. The Lions Club runs a program called Kids Sight that provides free vision screenings to children from 6 months to 18 years old. Volunteers set up at schools, community centers, and libraries. They catch vision problems early, before a kid falls behind in school because they literally cannot see the board. Free, nationwide, and most parents have never heard of it. 61. The IRS Direct File program lets eligible taxpayers file their federal taxes directly with the IRS for free. No third-party software needed. No TurboTax. No H&R Block. Just you and the IRS, cutting out the middleman entirely. The tax prep industry has spent years lobbying to keep this from happening, and the government finally built it anyway. 62. AmeriCorps is a federal program where you serve your community for a year and earn a Siegel Education Award worth over $7,000 to put toward college or pay off student loans. You also get a living allowance, health insurance, and childcare assistance. No age limit, no degree required. It is basically the domestic version of the Peace Corps, and most Americans between 18 and 60 have never considered it. 63. The Small Business Administration runs free online courses covering business plans, marketing, accounting, government contracting, and cybersecurity. Not a sales funnel. Not a free trial. Actual structured training built by the federal government. The same internet that charges you $997 for a guru's masterclass has the SBA quietly offering better content for zero. 64. The FDA has a program called MedWatch where you can report side effects from medications, medical devices, or other health products and get free safety alerts sent directly to you. If a drug you take gets recalled or a medical device gets flagged, MedWatch notifies you before your doctor even has time to look it up. Free. Instant. Could save your life. 65. If your landlord is not fixing dangerous conditions in your home, most cities have a free housing inspection service through local code enforcement. You file a complaint, an inspector shows up, and the landlord is legally required to make repairs. No lawyer needed, no cost to you. A lot of renters live with mold, broken heaters, and exposed wiring because they do not know they can make one free phone call and force a fix. 66. TANF, commonly known as welfare, does more than just send checks. In most states, it also provides free job training, resume help, interview prep, childcare assistance while you look for work, and transportation vouchers. It is designed to be temporary, but the support services are surprisingly broad. Most people think TANF is just a monthly payment. It is not. 67. USDA Rural Development offers loans and grants for housing, water systems, and community facilities in rural America. Some of these programs require zero down payment. Some are outright grants that never have to be repaid. If you live in a small town or rural area and need help with housing or infrastructure, this is the agency that exists specifically for you, and it is chronically underutilized. 68. The National Diaper Bank Network is a nonprofit that distributes millions of free diapers every year through local diaper banks in communities across the country. 1 in 3 American families struggles to afford diapers. Medicaid does not cover them. SNAP does not cover them. Most government programs ignore them entirely. This network fills a gap that nobody in Washington ever bothered to close. 69. The FTC maintains a free consumer complaint database at reportfraud.ft.gov. If a company rips you off, you file a report, and the FTC uses it to build cases against scammers and fraudulent businesses. It does not always solve your individual problem, but it puts the company on federal radar. And when enough complaints pile up, the FTC comes knocking with lawsuits. 70. The government runs a program called the Childcare and Development Fund that helps low-income families pay for childcare. In many states, qualifying families get subsidized or fully free daycare, preschool, or after-school care. Childcare costs more than college tuition in most states. This fund exists specifically to bridge that gap, and millions of eligible families never apply. 71. The NIH Clinical Center in Bethesda, Maryland, is the largest research hospital in the world, and patients who participate in clinical trials there receive all treatment and care completely free. Travel, lodging, procedures, medications, all covered. If you have a serious or rare condition, you could get cutting-edge treatment from the best researchers on the planet at zero cost. The catch is you have to qualify for a study, but thousands of patients do every year. 72. Most states will let you take the GED test for free or at a heavily reduced cost if you meet income requirements. Some states, like New York, cover the entire testing fee. No diploma should be a financial barrier to getting a better job or going to college. If the test cost stopped you before, check your state's policy. You might be surprised. 73. SNAP benefits can now be used to buy groceries online through retailers like Amazon and Walmart in most states. No delivery fee in many cases. That means if you are elderly, disabled, or just do not have reliable transportation, your food benefits can come to your front door. The program rolled out during the pandemic and stuck around. It is the rare government pivot that actually worked. 74. The USPTO provides free access to its entire patent and trademark database. If you are an inventor or entrepreneur, you can search every patent ever filed in America without paying a cent. No subscription, no paywall. The same database that patent attorneys charge hundreds of dollars an hour to search is sitting right there on the government's website, open to everyone. 75. If you are struggling to pay your mortgage, you can call 1-888-995-HOPE and get connected to a HUD-approved housing counselor for free. They help with foreclosure prevention, loan modification, budgeting, and understanding your options. Meanwhile, scam rescue companies charge thousands for the same advice. The free hotline has been running for years, and people still call the scammers first because they never heard the real number. 76. The National Domestic Violence Hotline is free, confidential, and available 24 hours a day. Call, text, or chat. Trained advocates help with safety planning, local shelter referrals, legal resources, and emotional support. No judgment, no prerequisites. Over 100 languages supported. If you or someone you know is in danger, this is the call that could change everything, and it costs nothing. 77. Some local governments run free tree planting programs. You request a tree. The city plants it on your property or in your yard strip. Free shade, better air, higher property value. Cities like Sacramento, Denver, Houston, and Portland all have active programs. You get a free tree, the city hits its environmental goals, and everybody wins. 78. If you are a Medicare recipient and think your claim was wrongly denied, the State Health Insurance Assistance Program, known as SHIP, provides free one-on-one counseling to help you understand and appeal the decision. Trained counselors in every state. No cost, no sales pitch. They work for you, not the insurance company. And a lot of wrongly denied claims get overturned because someone finally had help fighting back. 79. The USDA runs a program called TFAP, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, which provides free food directly to low-income Americans through local food banks and distribution sites. Not expired grocery store leftovers. Actual USDA commodities: meat, dairy, grains, fruits, vegetables. The government buys surplus food from American farmers and hands it to people who need it. It is one of the biggest food programs in the country, and most people have never heard its name. 80. Many community colleges across the country now offer completely free tuition through state-funded programs. California, Tennessee, Oregon, New York, and a growing list of other states have eliminated tuition for eligible students. Not scholarships, not loans. Free college. The catch? You have to apply, and a shocking number of people who qualify never do. 81. The Consumer Product Safety Commission runs a free recall alert system. You sign up at cpsc.gov, and they email you every time a product gets recalled. Cribs, toys, appliances, electronics, furniture. If something in your house is on the recall list, you will know before it hurts someone. The service is free, takes 30 seconds to set up, and could keep your family safe from products that should not be on shelves. 82. HUD maintains a database of thousands of affordable housing options across the country, including subsidized apartments, public housing, and housing voucher programs. You can search by city, state, or zip code. The information is free and public, but most people looking for affordable housing never check HUD's website. They go straight to Zillow, where nobody is listing income-restricted units. 83. The Library of Congress offers free digital access to millions of items, including photographs, maps, manuscripts, newspapers, audio recordings, and films. You do not have to live in Washington or visit in person. Everything is online. It is the largest library in the world, and its digital collection is growing every day. You have a free research archive, and you have probably never opened it. 84. Food banks across America distribute billions of pounds of food every year, and you do not need government paperwork to walk in. Most food pantries operate on a self-declared need basis. You show up, you get food. No income verification. No ID required at most locations. Feeding America alone operates over 200 food banks and 60,000 partner agencies. If you are hungry, there is help closer than you think. 85. Many states have a free 511 travel information service. Call 511 or visit your state's 511 website and get real-time traffic conditions, construction updates, road closures, and weather-related travel advisories. No app, no subscription, just call. Most people sit in unexpected traffic cursing at their GPS when a 3-digit phone call could have warned them before they left the house. 86. Many utility companies offer free home energy audits where a technician comes to your house, identifies where you are losing energy, and tells you exactly how to fix it. Some even give you free LED bulbs, smart power strips, and weatherization supplies on the spot. You are literally paying the electric company to waste energy, and they will send someone to help you pay them less. How is that not a better deal? 87. The Peace Corps is not just for recent college grads. There is no upper age limit, and the oldest volunteer ever was 87. You serve abroad for 27 months, and in return you get free housing, a living stipend, full medical and dental coverage, student loan deferment, and a readjustment allowance when you come home. Free international experience and the bragging rights to go with it. 88. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration lets you check if your car has any open recalls for free at NHTSA.gov. You type in your VIN, and it shows every recall that has not been fixed. Dealers are required to repair recalled parts at no cost to you. Millions of Americans are driving cars with unfixed safety defects right now and have no idea. That is a free check that might save your life. 89. United Way's 211 system does more than connect you to services over the phone. In many areas, they also run free emergency financial assistance programs that help with one-time costs like car repairs, medical bills, or past-due rent that could tip a family into homelessness. The money goes directly to the creditor. It is not a loan. You do not pay it back. And the difference between keeping your apartment and losing it is sometimes just one phone call to the right place. 90. If you are a homeowner and your property tax assessment feels too high, you can appeal it for free in most jurisdictions. You file a simple form with your county assessor's office, show comparable sales data, and argue your case. A lot of homeowners are overpaying property taxes because they assume the government's estimate is final. It is not, and challenging it costs nothing. 91. Federal law requires that anyone filing for bankruptcy must complete a credit counseling session from an approved nonprofit within 180 days before filing. That counseling is free or very low cost. But here is the part people miss. You do not have to be filing for bankruptcy to use it. Anyone can call an approved nonprofit credit counselor and get free financial advice. Debt management plans, budgeting, the whole deal. 92. If your house was built before 1978, there is a real chance there is lead paint on your walls. Not a theoretical chance. Your kids could be breathing it in right now chance. The EPA runs the National Lead Information Center, a free hotline where you call, get information on testing and remediation, and in some cases get connected to free or low-cost lead testing in your area. Lead poisoning is entirely preventable, and the help is one phone call away. 93. If your kid has a disability, the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act guarantees free special education services through your local school district. That includes evaluations, individualized education programs, speech therapy, occupational therapy, and more. The school pays for all of it. Many parents do not know they have a legal right to request these services, and some school districts do not exactly volunteer the information. 94. The Retired and Senior Volunteer Program, known as RSVP, connects seniors 55 and older with volunteer opportunities that also come with perks. Free supplemental insurance, mileage reimbursement, and free meals during service. You give your time, the government gives you protection and support while you do it. It is basically a structured way to stay active, help your community, and get covered while doing it. 95. The Department of Labor runs a network of American job centers that provide free career services to anyone, regardless of income. Resume writing, job search help, interview coaching, skills assessments, and even connections to training programs. Over 2,300 locations nationwide. Walk in, sit down, and let someone help you get hired. No appointment needed at most locations. 96. The National Flood Insurance Program offers federally backed flood insurance to homeowners in participating communities, but here is the thing most people miss. FEMA also provides free flood risk information for every property in America. You can check your flood zone on FEMA's map for free. A lot of people buy houses without ever checking whether they are sitting in a floodplain, and that check takes about 30 seconds. 97. Many local health departments offer free or low-cost immunizations for both children and adults, not just flu shots. We are talking tetanus, hepatitis, shingles, pneumonia, HPV, and more. If you do not have insurance or your insurance has gaps, your county health department probably has a vaccine program you're not using. Walk-ins welcome at many locations. 98. The National Endowment for the Arts funds free public art programs, concerts, theater performances, and exhibitions in communities across the country. Free live jazz in a park. Free Shakespeare in a public square. Free gallery openings in your neighborhood. These events exist because federal and state arts funding pays for them. Culture should not cost a cover charge, and in a lot of places it does not. 99. The Social Security Administration offers free replacement Social Security cards. You can apply online, at a local office, or by mail. No fee. You can also check your estimated future benefits for free at SSA.gov by creating a My Social Security account. A lot of people pay sketchy websites to do things the government already does for free. 100. If you adopted a child from foster care, the federal government provides adoption assistance through Title IV-E, which can include monthly payments, Medicaid for the child, and reimbursement for non-recurring adoption expenses up to $2,000. These benefits continue until the child turns 18, and in some states, until 21. Adoption from foster care does not have to be financially overwhelming. There is help built into the system. 101. And finally, here is the most underused free government service of all: your own elected officials. Every member of Congress has a constituent services office that helps people cut through federal bureaucracy. Passport stuck? VA claim ignored? Social Security check missing? Immigration case stalled? Call your representative's office. They have staff whose entire job is to make government agencies move faster for you. Free, immediate, and it works more often than you would think. That is 101 free services that exist right now, funded by your taxes and built by nonprofits that most people never touch. If even one of these saved you money or solved a problem you did not know had a solution, hit that like button. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe. Now here is what I want to know. Drop a comment. What is a free service you know about that was not on this list? Because I guarantee someone watching right now knows one that would blow the rest of us away. Prove me wrong.